and hear it from the individuals who are experiencing this right now. Check this lady out.
It's an HR business partner today. So I got laid off from my job, and I'm so freaking sad.
What do you hear about layoff? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. So we'll lay you off or not? Me? Yeah. Like probably. Why? I mean, already been sent home 3 times. Been drug tested.
Tomorrow is my last day at work. You guys know I got laid off.
I got to pay bills. I got to pay child support. I got to go to court next week. What I'm supposed to do?
Today we let the employees know at our Emporia, Virginia plywood mill that we are ceasing operations as of today. I've worked here 3.5 years. It's very unsettling. It's very unsettling. Because I have 5 young kids at home. It's very heartfelt because I feel bad for the city of Emporia. I really do, because it's going to crush Emporia.
It's going to cripple this town. You just lost Boy's head, the lost GP, and ain't going to be nothing left here.
This a loss for me. And then they shut down Boys Head. I was just about to start at Boys Head. They shut Boys Head down.
I just got laid off. I was laid off from my outpatient job, and I was working in a NICU follow-up clinic. I have never experienced something like this before. So I'm doing what any sane person would do, which is I'm eating French fries, waiting to go into Hobby Lobby. I will say I'm very thankful that I work per diem. I do have a second job that I'll just pick up a little bit more at. I don't have benefits through this job, so I'm not taking a hit as much as a lot of the other nurses are. But whoa, I have a lot of feelings about this. I think the biggest one I'm feeling, though, is disappointment and I'm a little bit angry. This is the first time where I have seen with my own eyes that we treat healthcare like a business. It sucks because at the end of the day, the people who are suffering this layoff the most isn't me. It's not the nurses. Although, yes, we are suffering. It's the kids. And that's what I'm having such a hard time understanding is, why are we doing this when we know the detrimental impact it's going to have on the patients who are the children?
Check that out. You guys heard what she had to say. Nurses. Nurses getting laid off. Nurses are getting laid off right now, man. You know, at one point in time, a couple of years ago, we were talking about how the safe place to be was at healthcare, in healthcare. You remember during COVID, there was essential employees, right? Nurses getting paid a whole bunch of money. Guess what? Hospitals are ran like a business. Hospitals need efficiency. A lot of the hospitals during the COVID time lost a whole bunch of money. A lot of them were sued. So now, of course, it's a business. So what do? They get rid of the nurses. We don't need you anymore. Part-time, full-time, nighttime. We don't need you anymore. And this lady is like, oh, well, I'm just surprised that they treat it like a business. We knew that. Every business, whether it's in the healthcare or not, it's treated like a business. Unfortunately, she was one of the ones that got laid off. The good thing about her situation, though, is that she had something on the side, so she could pick up some extra hours. So you're not hearing the story of, oh, my God, I got to rebuild. But here's the thing that nurses have to face right now, too. You also have student loans, right? If they're getting laid off, student loans having to get kicked back in or they have to repay their student loans, right? They don't have any money to do that. Nurses are about to feel it real bad. They're going to be like this. They're going to be upset. At one point in time, we said healthcare was the place to be, but healthcare is being significantly impacted right now as well. And it's not looking so good for the healthcare industry anymore. The tech industry has gotten it the worst, but healthcare is getting eaten up right now as well. Let's move on to this next one.
So I got laid off. Yeah, I don't really know how to start this video, how to continue it, but I woke up, got ready, got showered and everything, and got to work. And right away, someone told me, okay, can you walk into my room and let me know that I got laid off? So I'm okay. It's like, I want to cry, but then again, I don't, because it just feels, I don't know. Like, I've always been preparing for this, though, low-key, because at my job, there's always been layoffs with today's economy and all that stuff. I've been preparing for it, so it sucks that it had to be me next, because it's nice working. It's nice having a job. Very, very grateful, though, because straight out of college, they took me in, and I gained so much opportunity off of it. And, yeah, I'm honestly really, really grateful. It's okay.
I just got home from being laid off as an HR business partner today. It sucks. And all I said to my director was, it caught me off guard, but I'm not surprised. Their initiative to have everyone get together and find a friendly way to cut costs, their inability to promote people and give people raises, cutting budgets in other ways, these are all signs of a layoff. My position was more business partner and strategy. So obviously, strategy of moving people forward and growing people means more money. So it makes sense that my position was cut from the rest of the generalist and admin type HR team. So I'm in a state of disassociating right now. And the one thing that I did remember to say is I could request a recommendation on LinkedIn. So yeah.
Big news.
You heard it. HR business partners. You know those HR business partners that are responsible for helping you to do your performance reviews and get those in. Those HR business partners that's responsible for helping you get out of trouble whenever somebody has a complaint against you. Those HR business partners that comes to you and say who needs to be performed or who is performing so that you can promote them. Those HR business partners that come to you and say, are you fulfilling your DEI obligations? They're getting laid off right now as well. You just heard her story. She was an HR business partner working with department heads, managers to help them ensure that their staff is growing. They're promoting. They're getting rid of them. So guess what's happening? Not many promotions. Not many people moving up. If they're getting rid of the HR business partners, you're not going to see very many promotions. You're not going to see very many people happy. You're not going to see all the rewards and the salary increases and the bonuses. You're not going to see that. They're getting rid of that. These are the positions that they're eliminating, guys. She just said it. It's insane. I used to, we have HR business partners and they typically help us out, but they're getting let go right now. So guess what that means for you? That means that you're not getting ready to get that raise. That's why I started the show, this segment, with what you need to do in order for you to get promoted, what you need to do in order for you to change the game for yourself. You need to document every single win. Because even though you might not have an HR business partner or your manager and so forth that, is really looking out for you, at least you can track your wins so that when you do have your performance review, nothing's going to come as a surprise. If you continue to promote yourself, nothing's going to come as a surprise. It's insane. Check out the next one.
In a state of disassociating right now. And the one thing that I did remember to say is I could request a recommendation on LinkedIn. So yeah.
Big news out of UPS. They're laying off 20,000 employees. And the reason they're doing this is because Amazon shipments are just down that drastically. So this is going to affect about 4% of their work.
That's 20,000 employees at UPS, guys. All because of Amazon shipments are down. You guys better start loading up on your Amazon shipments. You need to save people's work. Here's the thing. A lot of people are going to be complaining about all these layoffs, right? But they're not going to do anything to help. They're not going to make any money and say, you know what, I'm going to order more off Amazon and try to save people. Nope, they're not going to do that. So the people at UPS, you got to defend yourself. You have to go about making sure that you're educating yourself. 20%, 20,000, 4% of their workforce is being laid off. All because of Amazon shipments are down. Retail's down. Stuff coming into the country is down. They had a bad deal with Amazon. They weren't making a whole bunch of money with their Amazon deal. That's UPS messing that up themselves. But you heard it. Let's move on to the next one.
5, no job is stable. You can be at a company for 2 months, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, even 30 years.
So I'm at work right now, but I am reading this article from Freight Waves. They're saying that layoffs are going to hit the freight-related companies across Southwest or Southeast. More than 1,800 jobs cut in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and South Carolina.
So all y'all that are in the logistics industry, that's my industry. I love the logistics industry, right? Logistics, supply chain, that's the space where I grew up in. Freightways. Freightways has the sonar application where they tracked how cargo is moving throughout the United States to determine if there's going to be a recession or not. Freightways is basically saying that the Southeast is getting ready to be hit really hard. Because guess what? If stuff isn't coming to the country, trucks aren't going to be moved. If you guys are a truck driver, you're getting ready to get hit too. Your pockets are going to go slim. Next thing you know, it's going to be another freight recession. Matter of fact, I don't think we got out of the last freight recession where there was more trucks on the road than they were product to move. So, of course, everybody who had trucks and didn't have any product to move, you went out of business. And the bigger companies who had the cash to take the lower rate, they held on and they took your cookies. That's what happened in the freight industry. And a lot of companies are still going out of business in the freight industry. Yellow, the big freight carrier, they went out of business after 110 years, a year or two ago. You got some other ones that are going to be doing the exact same thing. It's about to get bad, guys. He's telling you. He just told you.
So, question is, are we doing great yet?
100 companies just announced that they are doing massive layoffs. I have a very, very strong feeling this is only the beginning of this. The way that things have been going lately, I have a feeling this is going to be like record-breaking data, even within just the next few months. So Joann's was one, but that's not a surprise because they're closing all of their stores. Walgreens, Intel, FedEx, Neiman Marcus, John Deere, Macy's. Macy's just closed 66 stores, but they're looking to close at least 150 this year. Saw something else about Forever 21 closing their corporate headquarters and laying off hundreds and hundreds of people. Estee Lauder, Starbucks, Kohl's, Walmart all have layoffs in the works. And as we have noticed, the theme of this year is if this doesn't directly affect me, then I don't care.
That's where the issue comes in at, guys. A lot of you guys are ignoring this right now. You're like, this doesn't bother me. This is not me. This is not going to happen to me. I'm Big John. I'm Big Coop. I'm Big Mark. I'm Big Jessica. I'm corporate. Guess who the people they've been getting rid of? The middle managers, upper managers. That's what's happening. It's happening across the board. So don't think it's not going to impact you. You better be on your P's and Q's. You better be documenting all your wins. I just started the show off with that. I'm telling you, you better be documenting your work. You better be showing your value. You may be next.
Because maybe this is not you being laid off. This kind of thing tends to have a snowball effect. So while these companies are laying off people, those people have less spending power.
I was just told.
That's a good point, Denise. Denise brought up a good point today. Denise says, but I thought we came to a trade deal with China today. Boy, oh boy, ain't we happy that happened. Because look at what companies already have done. And are they going to reverse this by the time that trade deal? Are companies going to reverse their decisions? No, they're not. They're not going to reverse these decisions. They're going to say, we're moving forward as is. We're moving forward as is. Now, the stock market, think about what the stock market did today, Denise. Stock market went out 11 basis points. Huge gains for today. Life of Cam made a whole bunch of money today. He said he put $30,000 in the S&P last week, or last 2 weeks, and you saw what the market looked like today. Guess why the market's responding? Because companies have already made a decision to cut cost. And what is that going to do? Is that's going to increase their profits. EPS is going to go up. They're going to hit their numbers. So of course that's going to look good. Are they going to reverse what they're doing because of this China deal? No. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Companies are going to do even more because at the end of the day, what they're doing, what they're ready for is they want to go public. They want to show that they're profitable. If they're not able to grow top line revenue, they're going to make sure that they're a profitable company. And then what do you do with profits? How do you get profits? You got to cut the expenses. And who are the expenses? The majority of them, people. So they're going to continue to lay off, even with this China deal on pause or the China tariffs on pause for the next 90 days. I don't see it happening because the stock market is booming. And it may I think it's going to get even higher because of the profits that these companies are going to realize. It's going to be insane. So you got to ask yourself the question, guys, what's really happening here? Is companies just, taking ownership again? Has the pendulum just completely swung the other way? It was the employees at one point in time like dictating, I want this. Now the companies are like, I have this. You work for me now. You're going to come into the office. It's because with the market being the way it is, if you don't come into the office, I can find somebody else who's cheaper, who's going to be willing to do the work. And not only that, I can find them out of the country. That's how it is. It's insane.
30 minutes before my shift ended, that I am part of budget cuts. And I've been laid off effective June 2nd. Yay! So I got laid off from my job. And I'm so freaking sad about that. It happened last week, and it was almost in the middle of work. And you just get this email saying, we had to let you go because of budget cuts. There was no performance issues. It's just, we can't have you. And they didn't have the audacity to even, bring you in and let you know to your face. Companies don't care about you. And they will let you go even though you give them overtime. Even though you work hard. Even though there's people that have been working there for freaking ever. And they just get let go. And they're expected to look somewhere else. When they believed in that mission, when it was their passion to work there and serve people, that is the saddest thing ever. I felt my feelings last week. I put my headphones on, listened to Billie Eilish. I was sad, and I gotta admit. But I'm not that sad anymore. But I'm angry because even though they wronged me and all my coworkers that got laid off, I think that it's worth protecting the rest of the people that work there. We're not gonna just forget about it and leave people to their own devices and struggle and have to face the same ending as we did.
You said a whole bunch there, man. She said a whole bunch there, and Tech Bag Trey hit it with his chat just now. Tech Bag Trey hit it. He said she messed up when she thought that the company cared about her. Ain't that right? She messed up when she thought the company cared about her. It's true. It's true. Stevenson says these companies ain't loyal. Orlando, my boy Orlando. Absolutely. He says it all the time. They're not loyal. And a lot of us wear our position on our sleeves thinking that we are one with the company and they're loyal to us. And we go about our day wearing a VP title and the director title and the project manager title. And we look down on others because they don't have the same title and whatnot. And this is kind of stuff that happens. Then you're left on TikTok with a video with some sad music behind it. That's what's happening. That was one of that music, it sounded like, those commercials when you hear, when you see the dogs and stuff like that are struggling in different countries and stuff like that. They're like, adopt a dog or whatever it is. And they're in a cage and looking sad. That's what that music sounded like just now. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Or the old commercials where it was some kids, in a foreign country, whatever it is, and it could have been here in the United States in somebody's house. But they made it seem like it was in Africa or Asia somewhere. Oh, man. That was terrible, man. They made it seem like it was real bad for her. Let's move on, guys.
We're cutting the meeting today because unfortunately we had to make the very difficult decision to do several layoffs, as we all know, because of the loss of federal funding. So the agency, the admin, had tried to do everything possible in their hands to mitigate the issue and try to work on things, but sadly, we do not have the possibility right now to keep you in your current position or offer you a different one at this time. I
know that God is faithful and He has a plan for me. He has a plan for my family, and everything I truly believe happens for a reason. And He's going to provide. I know that He is going to provide, and I'm going to be able to share what He has done for us.
I'm not laughing at her, guys. I'm laughing at y'all in the chat, man. Y'all. Darkman just says, man, that and the starving kids overseas, man. It's realistic. I thought you added that sad music. I did not, guys. That was not me. I didn't know that it was in the video, but it was hilarious. Denise says, extended bellies from malnutritious. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Darkman just says 60 cents a day will feed and save this child from hunger. That's exactly the music that was playing on that video. That's exactly the music. And it plays in my head, too. I'm like, you guys remember that? I'm glad that you guys remember that. But this previous lady, she was praying some Brandon Lake. I trust in God who saved us. It's you got to rely on whatever it is that's going to get you through the situation that you're in when you get laid off, right? Could be God. It could be your friends. Could be booking a coaching session with me. I would prefer that. I'm just going to plug myself like that. I'm going to do that because I have helped hundreds of people, thousands of people to get back on their feet and understanding what is it that they need to do whenever they have a situation like this. She's trusting in God. I would say to do the same thing if you're a religious person, okay? But you know what? These things really hurt people. They do hurt people, guys. Let's move on to this next one, and I'm going to jump into the next segment after this next one.
Okay, so I got laid off today, and I just want to know, like, when this happens, what do you do? Like my whole week was set up and meal prepped and everything according to, like, around work, and there's no work to go to tomorrow. So, like I clocked out today knowing that there's no work. Like, my brain, like, I just need to cut that off. Like, stop thinking about what you have to do, projects that need to be done, reports that need to be ran tomorrow, because they don't. And, like, I know tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, oh, let me walk to my desk and cut on my laptop. And they're like, it's none of that to do. Like, is there an instruction manual? Like, are there steps? Like, if you've been laid off before, what did you do at this point?
It's tough. It is absolutely tough, right? And it's, it catches a lot of people by surprise. It's a shock. It hurts the soul. It hurts the feeling. It hurts. It takes an emotional toll on a lot of people. And people don't know where they are going to go. One of the things that I see in the comments over here is by Z Collab says, guys, when you get laid off, do not rush to tap into your savings immediately. Grab a side hustle such as Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash. Smart man. And some people don't even think that is an option for them. I would even say this. You need to tap into your network. You need to put it out there. Don't be afraid. Tap into your network. Call up people. See what the options that they have, or if they have anybody who they would recommend, or if they would recommend you. You should definitely be reaching out to your network during that time. You should also be reaching out to a coach that's going to help you get your resume ready and your LinkedIn ready. It's insane. It's tough that there are hundreds of thousands of people that are experiencing this right now. And I'm just letting you guys know because I want you to prepare for it. I want you to prepare for it. NL says it really does appear that you're laughing at these poor people. I'm not laughing at these poor people at all. What I was laughing at was the music that was going on. Because if you put music like that if you grew up during the times that I grew up, where they used to have these commercials of kids with the extended belly and they have that same sort of music out there, it makes you laugh because if it's just a layoff and you have kids who are starving, which one is worse? Which one is worse? That's for you guys to decide. But I will tell you like this, that music was hilarious. All right, so I want to move on from the layoffs piece up. You guys see that this is happening across the board on multiple aspects and in multiple industries. Be prepared for it, guys. I start up this live segment with understanding how you can prevent this from happening to yourself, at least trying to. And a lot of it is just you doing the work and showing your results, having your brag book.